You got to stop me and look up and be like, hey man, dream for a second. Like, we've been working, but I need you to look up and think about the future of like what you want it to be.
Hey guys, we're jumping into the series. Most people can't handle this kind of honesty, right? I want to talk about noise and signal. Have you ever been through a part in your life where there's so much chaos going on and there's so much noise, but it's completely quiet? That's what I want to talk about. Sometimes in life, we're moving so fast that we don't even experience the image around us, right? When you think about Forrest Gump and he's running around the world, it shows the sunsets, it shows the water, it shows the different parts of life that we really don't get to see. So, Chris, when it comes to noise versus signal, which is the topic, can you give me an example for you when you had all this chaos going around, but you were so, I guess the word would be busy, that you didn't even get to notice it?
Yeah, so I mean, we've had certain seasons where this has come up in our work, like I just got my head down, I'm working through the things, and you got to stop me and look up and be like, hey man, dream for a second. Like, we've been working, but I need you to look up and think about the future of like what you want it to be. And I think a lot of us do that because we get surrounded by noise, and those are distractions, right? And the distractions they can be disguised in ways that don't seem like distractions, like your work, right? But if you're working in the business and you're not growing the business, your business isn't going anywhere. It's dying, right? And if you're not seeing the vision of the future, well, your team's not going to see the vision of the future because you're not selling it to them, and your clients aren't going to see that. And so it's like all of these things combined, you have all this noise where people are pulling you and people are asking things from you, and you're having to do a lot of things. And then you're trying to maintain some sort of structure in your life. Like, that's all the noise. But the signal is the clarity. It's that when you remove everything, when you have the flood come in and take everything out that is the noise in your life, then you have clarity. You're there by yourself and you can move forward because all the clutter is taken out of the way.
Bro, that was fire.
Thank you, bro.
That was good. Remove the noise. I love that.
I'm done now. End pod.
Yeah, in pod. I want to think about it because this is kind of how your brain works anyway. I think about rock climbing actually. And, what's the huge rock wall or mountain that everybody climbs?
Oh, in Yosemite?
Yosemite, for example.
Yeah,
right?
El Capitan.
So you got to think about the first guy that climbed that, right?
Crazy.
But he didn't just get up there and climb it, right?
He did actually.
Well, he had to step back. He probably had to. He probably planned.
Yeah, they did.
A certain part of the rock that he had to go, or he was gonna die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a great story on this too.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
This is how I think about like the noise and the signal. Is like the noise is like the direction you think it is. The signal is the lane that you have to be in order to complete the mission or complete the product or get to the top of the mountain without dying in a way, right?
Right.
And so it's interesting when you think about that because like one wrong turn, not a good way, right? And so I think about it as like if you were to just spin around in a circle, right, and never look up, and you just kept walking, where would you go? You have no freaking clue. And that's kind of how I feel like sometimes when we work and we're moving around, we're doing different things because, like you said, we're jumping to this city, we're filming this project, we're everywhere, but we're never we're everywhere, but nowhere, right? And I love the feeling of it. But I think recently we've had just like full 5 bars, man. Like we've had AT&T, we've had Verizon, we
got
T-Mobile.
fiber, bro.
Yeah, we fiber. We got Star Trek or whatever it's called. Like, dude, we got it. We got the signal. But I think God kind of provides that signal sometimes, and I think there's also times where it's just no service, right? When I can sit there with noise canceling headphones is kind of the greatest metaphor to describe, the noise versus the signal is just like.
Mm-hmm.
And I can kind of just separate for a second. And, when I went to Mexico, that was one of the greatest things I ever did, bro, to just stop the noise for a second.
Yeah.
Because we're just pulled in 97 directions. So,
yeah. And it's hard, like, especially, like we're here at the studio a lot. Dad comes in, sister comes in, client comes over, friends around town. So they pop in. And it's like, we have so many things that distract us. It's like really hard to create those noise canceling headphone moments where we can actually get clarity to do what we need to do. And we know we need to do, but you get this phone call, you get this text, like there's a fire that needs to be put out, like you name it, bro, just all day long.
And I think that's the greatest asset at the same time.
Oh, I love it.
There's something recently that's just been so important to me is, Chris, you and I are the book. Why people read the book. How many people want to go through the mental mindset? How many people want to go through the struggle? How many people want to hear the motivation in your ear? Right? They want to hear it, but do they want to apply it? Do they want to put themselves in that triggering spot? Do they want to put themselves in the negative space? Do they want to lose their finances in order to climb, in the motivational audio book or the book they're reading? No, they don't want to do it. And that's where I think the good goes to great, is when those people decide to sacrifice the noise and only focus the signal. There's no other option. I'm not going to do anything else but sacrifice exactly what I'm going to do.
100%. We need that 5G, 5 bar, fiber optic signal, baby.
So cut out your noise, silence that and turn your phone on and get the signal.